Knowing how to prevent and treat infant gas and its symptoms, such as baby burping, flatulence, and crying, is something that every parent should be aware of. After all, no parent wants to see their baby suffering, and to then be somewhat stuck as to what to do. In other words, you need to know how to get rid of trapped wind naturally. Of course, the best treatment will prove to be prevention in the first place. However, you are guaranteed to suffer from this condition a number of times in those first few months, no matter how diligent you may be. So what do you do? Just prior to us going into the different ways for how to relieve trapped wind naturally, it's always a good idea to be aware of the trapped gas symptoms that you need to be looking out for. After all, your first course of action should always be your ability to spot that there's a problem at the earliest possible time. With this, there are several symptoms that stand out. A tendency to cry a lot. They may arch their backs. Their stomach may appear to be swollen or bloated. They may pass gas. Or they may lift their leg up in the air. With the crying aspect, it's important to recognize that it happens after feeding or at a time when you know unlikely to be hungry or tired. But then, how do you cure the problem? Burp them. The most obvious way to help is to burp them by having them sit up on your knee or lying face down across your lap. Another approach for baby wind relief is to massage their stomachs, but make sure to do so gently. This has been proven to be more effective when you see that their stomach is distended, caused by milk producing gas in their stomach. By softly massaging their bellies, it can break up that trapped gas and move it around their intestines, leading to it emerging and easing the pain they are feeling. Applying some heat on your baby's belly can also help and bring some significant comfort to your child. A hot water bottle or a heat pad will work just fine. They are both well wrapped and make sure they are not too hot. Even though these methods can make case that prevention will be the best cure, and this is where you may need to make several changes to how you do things. The first thing that we recommend is to change how you feed them. Often, the problem is caused by them gulping in too much air when they are bottle fed. Using a bottle with an internal vent or a collapsing liner which contracts as your baby feeds, that is not the only way to provide baby wind relief. Breastfeeding has been shown to reduce the instances of your baby developing gas in their belly, a way in which everything can be more controlled when it comes to how they feed, and they can hardly ingest a lot of air like they can from a bottle. The key is to make sure that they latch on correctly. They work better if your child is upright. Also, when they stop feeding for a break, take that opportunity to wind them before they latch on again. Finally, you may want to try probiotics for babies. You may already be familiar with the idea that system, which then helps our body to deal with food and break it down. Instead, you need to look for specialist supplements that have been specifically designed for this very purpose. They will be safer, there's a greater chance of them being able to benefit from it all. All you're doing is giving their digestive system a real boost, so it can then break down their milk in the correct way without it upsetting everything. Dealing with colic and trapped gas that is affecting your baby is something that is easier to do than you may have initially feared. Remember that it is going to happen, but you are in a position to make several changes to how you feed them in order to at least reduce the chances of it happening. Your baby will be uncomfortable when trapped gas strikes. However, you are now equipped